Must be in the wash.
I'm a living example of you can get punched in the face and get back up, because I'm the modern day Aztec warrior.
Yeah, I'm spitting it heavy, the mission is steady. Your bitches are jelly, I'm ditching the petty. You're digging for pennies, I'm itching and ready. I open my heart when I listen to Shetty. I'm bold like a boss, but I'm little like Debbie. I know what the boss, I got richer than Getty. I'm holding the guap and I'm whipping the Yeti. Yeah, Kari can play with advanced moves. I'm fucking my girl and her man too. I'm taking the ball like the Rand do. My soul is the one that I can't lose. I soak up the sun like a sand dune. I'm holding up love with the bamboo. I'm rolling the blunt by the candle. Taking the game, running it back without taking a drink. Yeah, I'm the one and I'm making a wave. Rolling the blunt and I'm blazing a J. I'm escaping the brain, go straight for the cake. I'ma take to the bank, not taking a break. I'm made for the race, I pray for the day. I wake with a bake in the greatest state. Are you living in a box? I'm bigger than a box. I'm spitting to supply my bread. My vision on the top is living like a boss when I kick it in a nice white jet. I'm cooking with the bars, I'm wishing with the one. Yeah, I'm dipping to the bar, I guess. I'm switching like LeBron when I spit it in song. My mission is to try my best. Taking a stab, but I came with a bat. I be chasing to grab my goals. If you hate in the back and you ain't with the facts, don't be faking and act like bros.
Welcome to MMA Underground, your favorite part of Tuesday. I'm only one half of the dynamic duo of MMA Underground known as Buddy V, killing it with the one and only
Sam K. And man, we got a phenomenal guest tonight, man. We have the one and only from Scrapyard's own Mr. No Limit.
No limit. How y'all doing? How y'all doing?
What's up, man?
Excellent. What's up, everybody? I saw okay to go see everybody else in the chat. Heck yeah. I'm excited because, yeah, I've been wanting to ask you to come up for a while, and I'm excited we got you on now. It's going to be a good show. I'm ready. And for those of you who've never met No Limit or seen him outside of the ring, yeah, he's all around an awesome dude to talk to. So it's about to be cool. And I have to say that because it takes me to my first question of the day. Win, lose, draw, anything in between. I have never once seen your demeanor or spirit go below happy and just always just glad to be around and just upbeat. How are you always just that awesome? I gotta ask, how do you keep up that kind of attitude?
I'm not sure. I'm just wired different. I feel like I don't get upset. I feel like every time I go, it's just a learning experience, win or lose or draw. I'm just like, I'm happy to get in there. I don't know. I don't really don't know how. It does bother me when I'm going back and I'm watching myself. I'm like, damn, I could have did this here, or I need to tighten up this. I need to tighten up this. But it's just all learning experience. I love being in the scrapyard. I love being in the scrapyard. Everybody, I love the energy out there. Everybody's so nice. It's just so cohesive out there.
Hey, man, I can attest to that, man. I just came from the scrapyard Saturday. I took a little trip out there, and I got to see it firsthand, man. Everything you just said is spot on, and everything Buddy V said about No Limit is spot on. You know, when I got there and I saw you, man, you were just like genuinely happy to be there. You know, I saw you doing the live stream camera work, despite the weather, despite the temperature. You did your thing, bro.
I was soaked. Before I got that little tiny umbrella I was hiding down there, I was soaked. My pants was soaked all the way through. I was like, I'm getting this live.
Yeah.
That's perfect, because one of the questions I had for you, Sam K, is do you feel that since it was pouring rain, you got that full Sasquatch's backyard experience in the woods, the Northwest, and it's just pouring on you? Like, you feel like that was the complete package when you came up?
Yeah, man. It was definitely so it was a matter of like, we knew that it was gonna be somewhat rainy. We knew that the temperature was gonna be low. We didn't know it was gonna be that heavy of a rain. We didn't know it was gonna be that cold. But at the end of the day, man, I've trained and I've prepared for almost any circumstance. You know what I mean? About 2 years ago, I started going outside during winter, you know, and training in the cold, you know what I mean? And I'm sure it gets colder out there at Scrapyard, but, you know, in Vegas, man, it'll get like in the 40s and 50s, you know what I mean? So, you know, you get acclimated with these conditions, And when the day, when the day arrives, you're kind of somewhat prepared. You somewhat remember, and you're not as phased as you think you would be.
Absolutely. I know. Yeah, you want to tell Free Smoke who you fight out there?
I fought the Samaritan. But yeah, man. Definitely. It was definitely a good experience. And definitely, I didn't have an issue with fighting under those conditions. I would say the only issue would be staying fired up and staying ready as you're waiting to go in. That's probably the only thing that I would say is kind of an issue. You know what I mean? But at the same time, you know what you need to do. So
yeah. These last few months of the year are always rough at the scrapyard. It's freezing. Toes are hurting when you're kicking. It's crazy.
What's the feeling like when you hit somebody with a body shot like you did Split? Ooh.
That was my very first fight in the scrapyard. It was their 1 year anniversary, and that was the very first time I was there. And it was crazy. I'd never hit anybody in the liver before, so I was like, what's going on? He was like, and I was like, I barely even hit him there. What's going on? And they're like, oh yeah, it's a liver shot. I was like, oh shoot, my bad. But after that, I was hooked.
And that was your first event? Okay.
Yeah, that first year I was there like every month after that. I think that whole first year I was there like every month, back to back to back. Then I had to slow down from getting hurt.
It's like an addiction. It's like, no, I got more. I gotta get back in there.
Yeah. I'm excited for October right now. I'm like in training mode right now, day 3 of freaking training. So I'm trying to get in shape. I'm up to 200 pounds. I'm trying to get back down to 180 where I'm usually at.
Okay. And for those who don't know, how many fights do you have?
Right now I'm 6-8.
Okay.
I just need 2 more to get on that wall of fame. So I'm working on it. Working on October.
It's a lot of fights.
My first Halloween event, I did 3. So maybe this Halloween event, I'll try to knock out 3 if I can survive the first 2. All right.
Man, if I was making that Halloween event, I'd bring my Goku costume. You could bring your Vegeta costume. We could get a PJ.
Yeah. That's what we were wearing. That's what we were wearing that year when I fought the 3 times.
Hey.
I was just thinking what I was going to be this year.
So I'm not going to lie. I'll tell you guys, but I've been doing consistently. I've been getting my workouts on every morning now, getting back in shape, getting good. I'm going to start incorporating. I have a whole routine I'm about to start doing in the mornings. And I think that my Christmas gift to myself is I'm going back to MMA. I need it. The boxing was cool. I need that MMA. I think my Christmas gift to myself is I'm going to be training from the cold, like Samke says, in December. Yeah. That'll be my gift. And if not December, then, probably January. If you get to know December event. Because I know it's holidays sometimes,
Yeah, it'd be great to see you fight again.
Yeah. Thank you, dude.
Yes, sir.
I work with my takedowns, my sprawls. Oh, I did springy too. Oh man, I almost entered the intro. My swole on. Oh yeah.
What weight are you looking to come in at?
Him. My bad.
Honestly, I want to drop. I fight at 155. I feel like I've never really made a point to get down. So 140 is where I want to fight at. I feel like that'll be the most comfortable without cutting or losing too much muscle with the regiment that I want to have.
Mainly cardio.
So, and I'm gonna get a belt again. That's before the end of 2024. I'm getting another belt. So I'm getting that, and I'm making some business moves. And I need to come on top, chest out, just
shredded.
Oh yeah.
Look at Jay talking about the cold.
I don't know about that one. Woo.
So No Limit. Let me ask you, man. How do you, with so many fights in the yard, how have you dealt with the elements that come with fighting in the scrapyard?
Like, what do you mean by the elements of fighting?
Dealing with the crowd, dealing with the weather, dealing with the camera. How is it for you?
One when I'm in there and like as soon as he says fight, it's like I'm like in a whole other world. I don't even notice anybody, which I'm trying to work on. I need to be able to hear my quarter tell me what I need to do, but it's like I'm focused in. It's like all I can see is this other person. I don't see Steve and whoever's reffing that match walking around in the cage. I'm just worried about getting in and getting out and getting in and getting out, trying to get my strikes in. So usually, like, yeah, it's not even a factor hearing people. The weather sometimes is a factor, but once your blood starts pumping, once you get into the first round or get past it, it's nothing. It's nothing. Sometimes the rain is, I think, is better to fight it in because it's like keeping you up. And you're like, oh shit, you're like keeping you hydrated.
To King Cal, I definitely liked the turf. The turf was very solid and surprisingly solid, and the rain really didn't affect the turf at much at all. So
don't roll on that stuff without Under Armour on or something. It will tear your back and your legs, everything up. That turf burn is no joke.
I can imagine.
Yeah, I
got scars on the side of my legs from it.
Right away after the first match, and and I was like, ooh, I don't know.
Yeah, I finally bought one for the last one. I'm wearing that every time now.
Right. So I was gonna ask you because I mean we keep talking about how many fights you've had. I know that you've done boxing, MMA, BJJ. Have you ever done kickboxing?
That was my last fight. I did kickboxing for the first time.
Okay.
I missed it. My bad. I gotta rewatch.
It's out now. It's out now. Yeah.
Was it this most recent event?
Taj. Yeah. No, not this one that just passed, but the previous. So it's out now. It was the very last one that he dropped before the event, I think.
All right, I'll make a point to go watch it, man. I'll make a point.
It was close. It was really close. It was a battle.
Okay.
He pulled it out. I hit in between. They should break at least 2 times, and I still swung afterwards. I felt so bad afterwards. I'm like, God dang it! I don't mean to. Those points probably cost me a draw or a win in that fight, I think. But I'd love to have a rematch with him. That was a really good fight. I've never did kickboxing before, and it was a lot of fun. I want to try Muay Thai next.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit looks fun.
It's fun,
yeah,
bro.
flexing the same way though. That shit a little scary.
Right? You never know. You might actually get a flying knee.
Oh no. No flying knees. No flying knees.
No flying knees.
So, man, I wanted to ask, how did you first get started with Scrapyard? How did that come about?
At first, I was just watching the Virginia branch, and I was looking into trying to get into to go fight there. And then I kind of looked it up online, and they have a website. And in the website, it has West Coast. So I found a Facebook group of West Coast in there, and I went in there and I was going to go down there. I was going to sign up and go down to the West Coast. And then in that same thing, it showed Gig Harbor, and I had just moved up to Washington, and I was like, Gig Harbor, that sounds like something someone said to me before. So I Googled it, and then, damn sure enough, it was like an hour away. So I was like, perfect, that's where I'm going instead. I'm not going down all the way to California. And then, yeah, once I found it, I was signed up, got into that Facebook group, and been fighting ever since.
Awesome.
All right, I like it. I know we had a question. Someone asked, I think it was Ryan asked what you fight at, what weight?
Usually it's 180, 185, but my last fight was 200. Packed on some pounds. I was working out of town to get a lot of fast food, so now I'm trying to get back down to 180.
Get nice and solid. No, I get it. I'm curious because I like seeing you fight, and as watching fighters in the yard, as you've had more fights, it's fun to watch you grow and evolve as a fighter. But I'm kind of curious, just before that, was a Scrapyard when you really started getting into fighting? Did you fight growing up, or what's your background or experience?
My big brother boxed in Florida, Florida, the Sunshine State Games. It was he used to box, and my big brother is like a state wrestler, so they used to teach me stuff a lot growing up. I never did any of that stuff myself, but I just did it with them in our backyard, and a lot of their friends, a lot of my friends would come over and we'd box. And then when I was in the Army for 3 years, I did Combatants Level 1, which is kind of like the basics of jiu-jitsu pretty much. Like they teach you how to do your Kimura, your arm bar, that's all basic level 1. And then after that, I just, boxed a lot.
What would you say is your favorite style of fighting?
Probably MMA because it incorporates everything. It's like a game of chess, but with your body, pretty much. You know what I mean? It's like, what is he gonna do next? What's my move? What's the counter? I love the whole game of it, the whole back and forth.
Exactly. It's just something not everybody understands.
Yeah.
Are
Like
you?
that. Did you see the? Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
The last fight. The last fight that Steve posted where the dude like got his nose bleeding.
Mm.
Did you see that one?
Yeah.
He freaking the dude was dominating him on the ground, and they gave him like a minor adjustment in between. It was like don't let him take you to the ground, keep it up, and like he dodged he totally destroyed him after that. He like that's a perfect example of like chess. Like he changed his game plan, and he didn't change his. He should have adjusted after figuring out that it wasn't working anymore. Grabbing it wasn't working. He should have tried to set it up.
Man, so do you think you're gonna stay at the scrapyard for a while, or do you want to go to the next level? You think you might try to go get some money out of fighting and
I'll probably be at the scrapyard for a while. I'm actually pretty interested in seeing like all the amateur fights that like Flex and Crazy Legs and people like that are doing. If I like step my game up and actually like train as hard as I want to, like I'm trying to do this month, and maybe I can see myself going and trying, giving it a try. You know, 'cause I love fighting. Definitely a passion.
No Limit versus Hitman? Yeah. Oh yeah. Earlier you said versus 619 or versus Canadian or yeah. Everyone's trying to set you up. They're like, all right, we're getting the list ready.
I fight anybody. I fight anybody.
Is there a fight that you haven't had that you do want?
Not that I can think of.
Okay.
I kind of want a rematch against. I fought 90 through Being a couple months ago.
Yeah,
and he's coming up this month. I kind of want a rematch against him in MMA.
Okay.
That's something I really want to do, huh? If Cyril would come back, I'd love to do a rematch with Cyril too.
Oh, yeah. I remember the thumbnail, I think, was like a knee to the body, right?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Yeah, Cyril was like one of the few fighters I didn't get a chance to meet this past Saturday, and I was like, man, I'm definitely a big fan of his.
Yeah, same. I kind of want to fight freaking High Speed too.
Yeah,
too.
That'd be fire too.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah. I want to get my game up though. Start putting in more work than I have been. Huh?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I've improved though.
I mean, that's half it's just getting in the cage and having that experience too. Because I mean, you can do as much as you want, but I mean, yeah, you have to know what it's like to actually get hit.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Now, I'm curious. How did that name No Limit come to be?
There's a nickname that my friends gave me in the Army. That was more for drinking, and there was never a limit. I was like, another shot. There is no limit. Keep drinking. So that was kind of my catchphrase before. So I thought I'd adopt it and try to change it and be a better term for myself. Like, no limit to what I'll do. No limit to who I'll fight.
I think I cut you off one time while I was working. No. Now you only fought at the scrapyard, right? You haven't have you traveled the West Coast yet? No, or
not yet. But I definitely want to go. I always see you guys in the group chat whenever you guys do go. I definitely want to go one of these times that we go as a group.
I was thinking the same thing, King Kyle. I thought the same. No Limit Soldier.
Yeah.
Hey man,
God used to tell me that every time I fight, he used to tell me that No Limit Soldier.
Yeah.
R.I.P.
Yeah. Hey man, we would love to have you on the West Coast, bro. You're definitely a phenomenal fighter, bro. And you know, you guys welcome me with open arms, man. You know, that's one thing I definitely got to speak on is, you know, the scrapyard was a great experience, but the people there, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know,
it's all love. It's all love.
Yep.
There's no beefing outside of the cage. It's all love. Everybody loves each other. We're helping each other out. After the fight, we're chopping it up in the mid tent, like getting each other's numbers, switching. Like, got a lot of friends after a fight. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You got me right there. You see that? Yeah. You see that bruise right there?
Yeah. He said, "You got me with that. You got me with that hit right there. Rock me." He said, "No, you rock me." Yeah.
Man, so for the people who don't know, you were actually doing the live stream this past Saturday at Scrapyard's event. Do you have a favorite fight from that day?
Oh man, it has to be either Too Explosive versus Kanakin, where he cut his eye. That would have been a real good one if it went the distance. It would have been a real good one if it went the distance. And then there was another MMA with those two skinnier guys. They're like 130. It was I can't remember their name. It was like Uncle John and son Kevin,
Missed that
something
one.
like that. Yeah, that one was really good. That one was really good.
Okay.
That was like a high level. Those guys looked like they were like karate experts. Like that was high level. I think that was after the live stream was done or was like had chopped out. So I don't think it's on there. So you have to wait to see that one. That one was like really good. I was like, holy. The water got in the battery, man, and it wouldn't charge.
Oh,
shoot.
Yeah.
They got me that little umbrella too late.
Man, I won't spoil it for anyone, but when Sam K's fight comes out, woo, that's all I'm gonna say. When his fight comes out,
Yeah.
I appreciate it, man. Appreciate
That's
it,
another
man.
one I wish I went the distance.
I mean, I wish I wish I would have performed a little better than what I did, to be honest. I wasn't really sharp and technical like I wanted. Wasn't really disciplined like I should have been. I was coming out wild. My opponent had some pounds on me, so I wanted to make up for the weight with power, and
you can see that.
That's cool if you're landing, but if you're missing, bro, you wasting energy,
you wasting power. Yeah.
So y'all will see,
Yeah, that's it. We're not getting no spoilers. Don't worry.
Yeah, but shout out to my opponent though.
Okay, so this is a fun one. I'm gonna ask you. Do you ever watch bare knuckle or power slap or anything?
I've seen a couple of the power slaps on YouTube, just a few. Just the guys that I've seen, just the guys that like came to the yard and like disturbing the peace, and people that I've like seen in the scrapyard or in Street Beefs. Yeah, I go watch, and I've seen a few bare knuckle fights, and I have not like watched it consistently. Just like if I hear like it blows up, or if I see like a crazy picture of somebody, I'm like, oh, I have to go see what the heck happened.
Right. It's like, I don't know. It's the cool. I don't know. I like it. And then there you have the why am I spacing? Lil Mac, right? Lil Mac's going to the BKFC coming up on this card.
Yeah, I saw that. I definitely watched that.
There's quite a few Street Beefs guys from different branches, man, applying, and we'll be hearing in the next coming weeks, who got picked up, but for sure, Lil Mac.
Cool. That's real cool.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna lie, I use it when I talk about my company and stuff. I go out and I'm like, yeah, and I fight for Street Beefs, former 155 MMA champ. I'm trying to do it over the phone. He mid conversation. He's like, holy shit! I mean, that's a very nice accomplishment, sir. Yeah. All right. So this one is a little bit more of a personal question. You ready for this?
Yep.
Why do you personally no limit fight? Why do you step in that cage?
I just love it. I love the rush of right before the fight, leading up, the jitter, the butterflies that you get in your stomach and your heart is pounding, and then right as he says fight, and all that energy finally getting released. It's definitely the struggle. It's the struggle in between as the rounds go on and that cardio starts hitting in. But I love every minute of it, and I love afterwards, and I love people coming and giving you advice, what you could have did different or what you did good. I love the whole experience. So it keeps me coming back. People like Buddy V, Viking Warrior out there, super awesome. Every time I see him, he's always like, you got to train, man. You got to train. He's always telling me, I got to train. Come on. He's like, did you train this time? I'm like, no. I'm like, I just showed up again. So I'm trying to follow his word and just train. Get the repetition in. I've been training with the Boar a lot. He's not too far from me. That's the only person we're pretty close. I'm all the way up in Everett. Everybody else is down in Tacoma. I wish I could live down there and train with you guys all the time. Where
do you stay at? What city?
I'm in Everett. I'm like an hour away from the scrapyard, an hour and like 13.
I'm in Tacoma.
Okay, yeah. No, that's not too bad. It's only like 40, maybe 30 and some change, depending on traffic.
Yeah, we've been around like Point Defiance, a couple places. I've had a couple people come over to my spot because I got a long yard and I got like the heavy bag, got sets of weights and stuff. So I'm making a whole ordeal. And then, when I do that, I usually feel obligated. So I got the grill cooked now. I got some shrimp skewers. I got 2 different style seasonings going on. We eat good after.
Let's go.
That's good.
So okay, I'm gonna
definitely love to come and train with you, bro.
Hey, real quick.
I definitely love to come and train with you.
What is it me or is there something like, I don't know, I just need y'all opinion real quick. Like, is there something wrong with traffic out there? Like, what's wrong with people in the way they drive out there?
I don't know. They can't drive. I don't know what it is.
Is it me? Like, was everyone just like going 5-10 miles under the speed limit in every lane?
Yeah. They scared for no reason. I'm like, why you driving so slow?
Yeah.
I'm from Florida. Everybody on the highway in Florida going like 80 miles per hour. Everybody.
Yeah.
Here, I'm like, what is going on?
Yeah. Okay. I just had to make sure.
60.
Go ahead, train too. Yeah. Hell yeah, right. Man, traffic's interesting around here. I always joke about Tacoma because it's like when you're drunk, you're usually typically swerve around, but when you're drunk here, you're driving straight lines because there's so many damn potholes. If you're sober, you're like, oh no, nope, no pop tire over here.
The exit down there is so crazy too. The exits in Seattle too are super crazy.
Yeah.
You take a wrong turn, now you're in a whole different part. You're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna loop around
30 minutes to your trip.
Man. I thought it was just me for a second. Thank you, brothers. Thank you.
No, it's bad. It's bad.
Shoot. So No Limit, man. What is the end goal when it comes to fighting?
For me, it's just to have fun. It's just to have fun and keep myself active and keep part of the scrapyard, really.
Okay.
Other than that, yeah.
So you won't be retiring no time soon?
No. I'm still young and I still got it in me. Maybe maybe in a couple years, you'll see me in 10 years from now still fighting in the scrapyard.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll be a super heavyweight by then, right?
You're like, oh yeah, him? Yeah, he's only had, like 255. So.
Right. Quadruple OG right here.
Yeah. Quadruple OG, yeah.
So that leads me to the next question, man. As a fighter, man, who are some of your inspirations?
Definitely people like High Speed, Crazy Legs, Flex. Flex trains super hard. He's came a long way from his first fight till now. It's like a whole nother fighter.
Yeah.
And I don't want to be like him. He's like, definitely a motivator. I don't want to slaughter. I don't speak Spanish. I don't want to slaughter his name. La Arania.
Am
I saying? Yeah. Y'all got that from me.
My dog.
Definitely inspires me. Yeah, that freaking great dude. I want to go down and train with him too.
Yeah.
He's progressed and got so freaking good at boxing. He's so clean with it.
Yeah.
Damn.
And Jay too. R.I.P. Jay. Definitely Jay.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, Aranya's quick because he's so length. He knows how to use it, man. I was turning around one time. I'm sitting. I'm halfway time trying to bob all around his hand. He's just sitting there like.
I was so glad to meet him, man. That dude, young, talented, sharp. Yeah.
I know. Ryan asked if you do power slap.
Wait, who? Where? Me? What'd you say?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Would I do power slap? Hell no. My mom would kill me. My mama power slapped me. I need to be able. I don't know. There's something about standing there. I don't think I could. I'll be flinching so hard. There's no way.
No,
what about you guys? Would you?
I'd watch it.
Yeah.
I'd go support it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I support. I definitely support. It's definitely cool. Definitely like exciting to see. And that's what I mean. That's what most of the time I tune in to fights. I want to see someone get knocked out, see something crazy go on. So that's like almost a guaranteed knockout more than half of the time. Some of the boys got some strong chins or some strong neck. Don't even flinch.
Man, with DTP, I remember that one fight where like his whole eye was swollen. They showed the replay and like the balls of the guy's hand were hitting him. They're like, "Oh, clean hit." I'm like, what?
Yeah,
You know, I've seen Street Beefs do a couple different things. I know they did some arm wrestling for a while, then they got the dark room. Yeah.
I never seen the dark room. What's that?
So that's like in the OG yard. It's like a separate. It's a separate room from their ring, and it's more like a raps fight. So they're fighting with just wraps on their hands. And I want to say it's boxing. I think they've had MMA before, but it's usually just wraps boxing.
That's cool. That's cool.
And it's one unlimited round basically.
I think we did it one time in the scrapyard. We did an MMA glove boxing match. It was two big dudes. I don't remember who they were. It was two big guys, and they were just doing boxing with the MMA gloves. I would do that. I would do that. That sounds cool.
Mm-hmm. In the West Coast, we've actually had a couple guys do Muay Thai with MMA gloves, and that was pretty vicious.
Yeah, we did one out here already. I think maybe it was frick.
Not Mad Dog.
Sarah. I think it was Sarah versus somebody. I believe. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that.
I feel like I've seen the fight. I'd have to go back and relook at it because some of them will get fixed up.
I remember I was there. For it, but I don't remember which fight it was.
Jay, I don't know if you win in that, buddy.
Jay versus Solo in Power Slap.
I don't know, man.
You hear that, Steve? Jay just said that. What's up, Fire Chicken?
What's up, Steve?
Fire Chicken.
Shout out to Fire Chicken, the man.
Yes.
Giving us a place to go fight safely and have a lot of fun with the guys.
Yeah. Showed a lot of love and hospitality, man, and genuine. Much appreciated.
Hell yeah.
Okay. Nice. You know what, Jay? You just might win that because I think in the power slap rules, they have to keep their feet grounded. And Solo, you're not going to knock Solo out, but Solo will probably do a little spin or two. So, as long as you don't get knocked out, Jay, you might have that.
Me spin and slap.
Yeah.
Solo is the man.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's perfect because he's here to hear what your favorite food from any scrapyard event. Because I know that you've gone to so many. We've had so many different food vendors there. Your favorite food that you've had?
Definitely the tacos. They got some real good tacos. This last event they had some bomb chili too, though. It was really good chili. I had to go back.
Man, I ain't getting no chili.
You get none of the chili?
I didn't even see it.
I had to hand the camera over to Jesse. I was like, hey, I'm gonna have to go get some of this chili. Everybody's walking around. I was like, where's everybody getting this chili from?
Yeah. I did have a granola bar from the nurses, though. Shout out to the nurses.
Definitely shout out to the nurses.
You know what I'm saying? Gatorade, granola bar. Let's go.
Yep. They definitely take care of us in there. Make sure you're all right.
Yep.
And the West Coast tacos were fire.
Yeah.
Tacos look fire. I ain't getting no tacos either.
You didn't get those birria tacos? Oh
man, bro. I'll be out there reffing, and I'm telling you, all I'm doing is drinking water. I'm just drinking water, bro.
Fair enough.
But I eat good when I leave the event, though.
Right, so you get home, big ass plate.
Shout out to Street Beefs Foodie. If you know, you know.
I see Fire Chicken said something about Papa's getting solo level attention. Man, did you see some of his fights recently? I know he had his leg hurt and he had to go to the hospital and get some stuff done. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know exactly what happened to his leg.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened. That was after I left the event.
I forgot who did he fight at the event? Because I saw he was like dancing around.
He fought what was that dude's name? I'm not sure. Hotbox Taco Steve, no, Steve. Who did Papa's fight?
Papa Solo. Oh, dang, you're getting the whole lineup. Yeah, I'll pay to see that. I'll pay $1.
It's pronounced Pop-ass, Steve. Pap-ass.
Pap-ass.
Papas.
Pap-ass.
Pappas.
Pappy.
Okay, so I'm curious. No limit. Since you've had so many opponents, who do you feel have been some of the more challenging opponents that have really tested you in that cage?
Oh man, Scotty Showtime, freaking the volume of his I wasn't ready for it. He definitely steamrolled me in that one. I wasn't expecting all him to come forward so much and push and push. Dre, no doctor. That was a good fight. I feel like I was hella out of shape, and that's another person I would love to have a rematch with in MMA or boxing, whatever he wants to do. Who else? Who else have I fought? Dang, I fought so many people. I wish I had gotten the chance to fight Jay. He probably would have messed me up, and I would have been asleep. But that would have been fun. Black Panther. Black Panther was a really he hit super hard. I'm surprised I didn't go out in that one. Took a lot of hits. That was a great fight.
Fire Chicken and grappling.
Yeah. I did grapple Fire Chicken. He's freaking strong and really good at getting you. And my grappling skills are I know the basics. It'll get me by, but he definitely real good, huh?
He still owes me a round. I didn't get a chance to get that round in with Fire Chicken, but next time.
Next time. I don't know what, man. I was like, okay, 1 5-minute round. Going. All of a sudden, I'm like, damn, how long is this round? I'm getting tired. I'm like, well, and then all of a sudden he turns it up. I'm like, what?
No joke.
No, that's cool. I like it, bro. Oh, man. So I know that you like some anime. What's some good fight anime? So I gotta know a couple. I asked a few people. Some people know, some people don't. I feel like you'd be one person to give me some good answers.
Jujutsu Kaisen is really good. God of High School is really good. Dang, what's another? Baki, of course, if you know Baki Hanma. There's two. That's on Netflix. And there's another one on Netflix. It's like something with a K, but that one's a good fighting one too. And a throwback one, Kenichi the Mightiest Disciple. That's a throwback one, but that one's like all about fighting. That one's really good too.
Okay.
I was thinking about coming as one of the characters from that for Halloween, the Muay Thai guy from that show. So,
damn, that'd be cool as shit.
Yeah.
Nice.
You got your outfit for Halloween, Samke?
Man, I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm gonna wear the same one I wore last year. I was Michael Myers, and I'm gonna be Michael Myers again.
If I procrastinate too long and don't get my costume, I'm just gonna throw back on the Vegeta fit.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Round two, the Prince of All Saiyans will rise again.
You can't go wrong.
Damn, okay. See, I'm trying to figure it out because I was trying to do like a family thing with my kids, and then they all want to do their own thing. So I'm like, oh, cool, I got free reign. What am I gonna be? I'm just gonna dress in brown and green and be a blunt.
Wow. With the smell to go along with it, right? Yeah.
This month, I'm gonna ask if I gotta see if I get the time off. Which day was it? I know I just have a baby because I have a baby shower on the 21st. I gotta go to.
I think it is the 21st if that's Saturday.
I mean, okay. So if I get to come this day, I can come to school and have my kids there. Okay, I'll figure something. I'll think about something.
Oh, 23rd.
Yeah, I'll see what I can do. Especially because the slower season now. Yeah, now I get some serious work done in my job. I get to watch the good fights. And on the live while I'm at work, when I'm sitting there on the water, so people come in, I'll be like, hey, check this shit out. I show them the live and we're watching it and be like, whoa, you're watching it live?
Yes, sir.
Here's a couple bucks. So they think I have to pay for it. Here's a couple bucks. Yeah.
Oh, wait, he said 21st. He said 21st, so he's wrong.
Okay. All right, I'll see what I can do. Might be able to come out for a little while. I'll make it work.
Yeah.
Try to be there all day.
So this is a little off topic, but kind of still about fighting because I know the new live action One Piece came out and I watched it. Not gonna lie, I liked it. Yeah, I watched the whole thing. I was like, okay, and I felt like the fighting scenes they actually did pretty good justice.
Yeah, they did really good. My expectations weren't high going in, but they definitely exceeded my expectations and took it out of the water for me.
Yeah.
Definitely the Sanji and the Zoro scenes. Sorry. I said just the Sanjo and the Sanji and the Zoro scenes were always on point.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't start watching until the live action came out, and it made me go back and watch the anime a little bit, and I enjoy both, to be honest. I haven't finished it, but definitely pretty cool.
I like
it more than the anime. But after me and my girlfriend watched the live action, then we've gotten into the anime. We're like 300 and something episodes deep right now. We're trucking through it. She's like, I watched a big chunk of it already, but I like cut off somewhere like in the middle, like 500 episodes deep. So once we catch up to where I was, I'm gonna go past that. They're like 1,000 episodes, 1,070 episodes deep right now.
Yeah,
it's insane. I just remember it came out. We were all younger. We were like, kids and shit, and then it came out and it's still going, and it's like one of the longest running animes ever. Yeah. My brother reads all the mangas, and it's still like going on.
Yeah. Literally still coming out weekly or monthly, however they're doing it. It's crazy.
But shit, if it's so, I mean, people like it that much, obviously. I mean,
I do not watch Bleach.
They're doing something right.
Yeah.
I mean, look at how many people still like Dragon Ball Z. Shit.
Yeah.
And even like someone even like GT. We won't talk about that, but
Hey man, I love GT.
I love GT. I love GT. I love Super Saiyan 4.
GT.
Super
GT
Saiyan 4
has
Gogeta.
moments.
Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. The whole introduction of Super Saiyan 4 is fire.
Yeah.
I wish they had like take that and put it in Super kind of. Hopefully somehow, I don't know, but that would be sick.
Shit, we're getting a web anime pretty soon, and apparently it's gonna be Goku and Supreme Kai, and they go out on adventures, but both of them get turned into kids.
Oh,
so,
what the heck? That's gonna be cool.
We're gonna see what happens with that. Maybe we get that SS4.
Maybe that'd be cool.
You know what I mean? We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Wait for that Dragon Ball Super Season 2.
Oh man, we've been waiting for how many years?
Like 4 or 5.
Man. Fuck.
Damn. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes when I work out or do some shit, I'll just put on the soundtrack to certain animes and I just put them all in the background and make me train harder. I remember like certain fight scenes. I'm like, I'm hitting the bag harder. I'm about to breath. I'm like, no, keep going.
Yeah. Shit, put Vegeta in my corner every time, bro. I'm winning.
Yes, sir.
Speaking of which, I kind of have Vegeta. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I said Steve was asking about Bleach. If anybody's watching Bleach,
I
hasn't your Blood War. I'm not. I watched the original way back when, but I haven't watched any of that new stuff that they released.
Never seen it.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say, man, I kind of did have Vegeta in my corner with Lights Out. Shout out to Lights Out. I appreciate you, champ.
Yeah. Shout out Lights Out, man.
He brought the Vegeta energy.
21-5. He's like 21-5 or something. Yep. Crazy.
Yep.
That's the most fights. Dude does like 2-3 fights in an event.
Yep.
Lights Out is a beast. Endless cardio.
Yeah. He gave that guy a run for his money too, man. That dude was like the dude he boxed apparently was like some Golden Glove or some sort of high ranked guy
from Cali, right?
Huh?
Yeah.
He was the one from one of the guys from Cali.
One of the LA guys.
Definitely improved from the first time. I think his first event was like the one right before mine or the same one as mine or something like that. And he's definitely a killer. Definitely getting crazy now. Cutthroat boxing. Shout out Cutthroat boxing.
Cutthroat boxing. Man, not gonna lie, those LA boys, they all came to bang. I saw those fights. Like,
all those boxing matches back to back were crazy. Great fights.
That very first fight, man. I mean, that was my favorite fight, to be honest. That and the heavyweight fight that I reffed. Those two fights were probably my favorite.
Yeah. A lot of good fights. A lot of good matchups. At least I got to help Top Knocker with that. This event got to help match up some of those matches. It's so cool. And like, barely any first round knockouts. So that's amazing. Usually at least some people somewhere down the line something slips through where someone's super mismatched, but everything was real close, real good matches.
Yeah.
See, I always feel like that's one of the best parts, not just with the fighters evolving, but people with everything that gets done behind the scenes. I remember when Top Knocker first started doing it, and then seeing how fast he does it now. He gets just sit down, gets the paper, then he's like bam.
Yeah. He's like these weight scenes. Yeah. I finally got to see behind the scenes on that, and he's really doing a lot of good work. It's tough. It's like a lot on him to like remember. Like he actually like remembers who's who, which fighter is which, and like okay, this guy has this experience. I'm putting him with this. It's really cool.
I'm gonna take him with me if we ever go put money on the fights at the casinos. I'm like, yo, let's go.
Yeah, I gotta say, man, you guys were really good with the organization. You know, even with being pressed for time and shit, the organization was still, you could visibly see it. You know what I mean? So
yes. Steve runs a tight ship.
Well, I'm kind of tapped out on questions for the night, man. We usually keep our guests about 45 minutes. So you have anything else you want to ask? No limit for the night?
Man, I think we ran through it all, man. Unless No Limit wants to give us any other information, man. I think we're good.
I don't think I got anything for you guys. I'm excited for October 21st to get in here, try to get these 2 wins so I can get on this wall of fame and be ready to see a new, quicker, and more energy-full No Limit. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You got it, bro.
Thank you guys for having me. This was fun. This is really cool. If you ever need me to be back on again, I definitely would. This is dope.
Nah, anytime, man. Look, thank you for coming on. It was awesome to have you.
Yeah, man. If you want to give the people any of your socials, or you want to plug anything, now's the time.
I don't got nothing. I got nothing to plug.
Okay.
Mr. No Limit on Instagram.
Oh, Too Explosive on all? Nice.
Yes, sir. Congratulations, Too Explosive.
That
was a great fight. Yep. I wish I went the full. I wish I went the full 4-3. I mean, that would have been crazy. Kanikin, his first match where he knocked that dude, looking him in it, like straight in his eyes, and that was crazy clip.
That was. Now, before you go, real quick,
Orochimaru belt on. He got the purple rope, walking in like Orochimaru. It's crazy.
Oh, at this recent event.
Yeah, and the last one, he's wearing a purple rope belt.
Okay.
I thought, oh, this man's part of the Hidden Sound Village.
Did you see that question that Fire Chicken put? Do you agree with the Ogun decision for that fight?
I'd have to watch it again. Definitely have to watch it again. I think I do. I don't think Ogun landed as much as the other guy. But
what about you, buddy?
I was like looking down. So
okay, here's the deal. I thought it was an even match, and I thought that the decision definitely could have been that decision. I see why it came that close, and he is the champ. He is, he put that work in, but in that third round where there was that 8 count, that kind of plays a big factor. And
I remember.
Some people argue that maybe he was like, the ref stepped in when he shouldn't have, but everyone's gonna give shit to the ref, as you know. So I guess I could see that it was a draw.
I feel like if we're being critical, I think Ogun. I think you could have edged it to Ogun. If we want to be critical, I
have to watch that back.
Ogun might have not landed much in the first 2, but he was pushing the fight. He was pushing the pace. He was pushing forward. He was attempting to count. He was attempting to attack. The third round, old boy started to catch up. Ogun is starting to tire out, slow down, and I don't disagree with the ref at all, but at the same time, we saw Ogun immediately as soon as the 8 count gets started. Ogun's looking at the ref like, "What are you doing? What's wrong? Like, I'm fine." So.
I think he was expecting that hit to be bigger than it was.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think we're judging. We got the decision based off of the last round and what people remember in the last round. You know what I mean? But if you look at the whole fight, who is pushing the fight? So
yeah.
I'm still cool with the draw, but it could have went to Ogun.
And you know what the hell you're talking about. That's why I respect what you got to say.
Appreciate it.
So, All right, sorry. I had to ask, but I saw the question. I had to make sure. We just got to clear it up.
You're good.
It was a good fight. Good fight.
Yeah, great fight. All those boxing matches were great. Those first 5, I think it was. Top tier fights. That very first one, the Kal-El versus whoever that other person was.
Yeah,
Fire.
yeah, for sure. Man, that shot to the solar plex, man. I seen it coming.
Yeah.
I saw it coming, bro.
I seen a lot of new faces. I saw a lot of new faces. I hope a lot of those guys come back and get back in there. I love seeing new faces.
Hell yeah. We have a wonderful night, man. We'll let you go. Thank you again for coming on.
Appreciate you.
No problem.
And you know, you guys, before we let you get to these super fun segments, we gotta just give a quick little pause, you know?
Hi guys, Bushido Zed here with StreetBeefs West Coast. Make sure you check out OTH, okay, magazine. They've got YouTube, website, I believe, all kinds of stuff. They have Cuzzo, checking out reactions. It's awesome. We have a lot of bangers. Check out OTH, you guys. Thank you.
Yo, Free Smoke with you guys, man. I just want to give a shout out to Overtime Hustling magazine, man. Go cop the edition, man. Go cop the edition, the latest cover, man. They put me on a few covers ago. Go get yours right now, man. And shout out Cuzzo, man. We'll see you with the reactions. Love you, dog. Much love. Overtime Hustling. Let's go.
With KT here. Make sure you check out OTH magazine, man. They got all the hits in here. They're gonna tell you everything you need to know about everybody on the underground. All right. Hey.
Welcome to Buddy V's Fighters to Watch. We start with the Scrapyard, as always, home fighting yard. And Big Kid is the one I want to watch because he came in here and you could tell he had a plan. He had some vengeance. He's coming in here 0-1. And from his first fight to now, I can see that he clearly has been training to make sure he came out to come on top. And I can respect anybody who puts that training in. And as you see in the fight, you know, your training really does come out when you get in the cage. When you go back to when you fall back to your fundamentals, we see what you were training, and we saw what he was been training a lot. So he's definitely one to watch. Dos, we have from the West Coast, Chile 503. I picked him because also coming in hungry, 0-1. He came in and he came and got that win that he wanted. I like this because we have two people who show a lot of heart, and he's also out there putting in work, was ready to go by the time this fight was done. He had more in him, and I love it because heavyweights, just because they're big, that doesn't mean that they don't have cardio. It doesn't mean they don't have energy, and he can prove that right here. I want to see him come out again. Third, as always, is the OG yard. We got Calcifer. Now, if you've seen this fighter, he's no stranger to the OG yard. I've almost brought him up, and you probably have seen him on here, but it's because one or two of his opponents have been on my Fighters to Watch. But he came back out, and he had 2 fights in one day. He had a win and a loss. And I like it because his first fight, he did really well, finished his opponent. And his second fight, he went all out, and he really tried to keep going, and it just, unfortunately, it ended almost all the way. But he came out, and he really, you know, put it all out there for the 2 fights he had. And I saw a lot of improvement from many of the first fights he had. So, yeah, those are my 3 fighters to watch.
Those are great picks, man. Great picks. I think it might be about that time, though, man. What you think?
Yeah, Jerry, you said it's fire?
A little bit. Yeah, you see it, man. Samke and the Fire 5. We're going to go ahead and start off in the OG yard. This is a brand new style of match. This is a tire match. King Madness versus Grisby. To clarify what a tire match is, it's 2 boxers, 1 foot in the tire, 1 foot out the tire, and it's a guaranteed banger. I mean, straight body work, power shot after power shot, beautiful inside combinations, and lots of heart shown by both men. And as you could imagine, you're going to get the ending that you're hoping for. StreetBeefs OG yard, tire match, King Madness versus Grisby, firefight. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and go over to StreetBeefs Scrapyard. This is Billy the Beast versus Pitbull. This is a fire fight. You see the timestamp. These men did not waste any time. Two newcomers getting in the ring and putting on a show. A lot of heart was on display, and these guys, they got straight to the action. Uh, and as we always say, conditioning is key. Conditioning is key. And you'll see the reason why at the end of this fight. StreetBeefs Scrapyard. Billy the Beast versus Pitbull. Fire fight. Yeah. I'm going to take you over to StreetBeefs West Coast. Savage versus Lion Sin of Pride. Phenomenal MMA match right here from two heavyweights. These guys, man, you see a clever use of combinations in this fight. Both men pushing very hard each round. You got everything. You got kicks, elbows, knees, takedowns, submission attempts, everything you want to see in a fire MMA match. And this is a straight slugfest at some point, at several points in the fight. StreetBeefs West Coast, Savage versus Lion Sin of Pride, fire fight. Yeah. I'm going to take you back to the OG yard. El Mapache versus 717 Static. Man, another fight where these guys got straight to it. You see the timestamp. These guys were savages. I mean, as soon as the round starts, they're going in for the kill. You see the timestamp, like I said. And in this situation, man, grappling defense is key. Grappling defense is key. StreetBeefs OG Yard, El Mapache versus 717 Static, firefight. And finally, we're going to end this list back in the West Coast. The Maniac versus Mike 100. Man, this is a fire title match right here. These two guys are both powerhouses. This is literally a West Coast war right here. Both of these guys have winning records. And what we have here is walk down pressure versus evasive countering. And both men living up to both those titles. Nonstop action every round. This fight was bloody. It was painful. And we're definitely looking forward to a rematch based off of the end results. StreetBeefs West Coast, The Maniac versus Mike 100, Samke and the Firefly.
I definitely like that. And I know that that one fight with El Mapache is crazy because he was on my Fighters to Watch. So you guys know you have to look at the fight. You just know. Oh, hell yeah, No Limit. No.
Appreciate you, No Limit.
Man, no, that was a fun show. That was cool. I like that. Yeah.
Hey, appreciate you, Chile. Appreciate you. Absolutely, man. Absolutely, man. Uh-oh, No Limit. You know, it's crazy, man. Big Kid, he actually came up to me when I was at the scrapyard, and he's like, hey, man, are you cool with doing an interview? I was like, oh, you know, I felt honored, bro. I was real honored. He interviewed me before the fight started. And then, you know, we got to talking, and he's like, yeah, I'm fighting today too. And I'm like, oh shit. I thought, you know, he was just like an interviewer, you know, and it was great to see. I saw you had him on your list, and it was great to see that he came out and got that dub, man.
Hell yeah. Oh, what do you say, man? Is it about that time? We got to wrap things up.
It's about that time, bro. We had a great show as always. Once again, shout out to No Limit. We appreciate you and your time. I'm going to go ahead and run through the shout outs real quick for me. Buddy V, much appreciated, bro. We do this every week. Jay, you're the greatest. Thank you, man. And yeah, man, shout out to the people in the live chat, the people watching us on playback, the people in the comment section. We appreciate you guys. StreetBeefs OG Yard, StreetBeefs Scrapyard, StreetBeefs West Coast, StreetBeefs Dirty South. We appreciate you guys. We do this for you guys. For those who are here, you know, go ahead and spike that like button. It doesn't hurt anything or anyone. We're here to support. So, you know, just do that for us, please. You know, I don't really do the social media. You got me. You got me. If you want to see me, I'm here. Same place, same time every week. And lastly, shout out Heart in the Fight, Overtime Hustling Magazine, ZuelWorld.com. And yeah, I'll catch up with y'all.
Heck yeah. These stars out there. Hell yeah. Well, thank you guys. So all I'm gonna say is shout out Zuel. You see the house shirt? Yeah. And it's gonna be ZuelWorld.com right there. So hyperworld. You know to go to the website. I've been doing a few more sales online. It's pretty fun, you know. And you're not just supporting, you're making my whole day. If you order a small little thing, it's just that little everything makes my whole day. I get excited, like I get to the post office, I gotta get some stuff out. Yeah. But with that being said, you know the Instagram is Zuel_BuddyB. So you know you want to check that out as well. So shout out to you guys for watching. Thank you, Sam K. I love killing it every single Tuesday. Jay, heck yeah, you kill it too. And man, these shows have been too smooth. We're gonna have to keep you on your toes, man. They've been just rolling nice. Oh man, and yeah, I don't know. I have a fun time. Thank you guys every Tuesday for checking it out with us. Excitement, the highlight of my week. So in the words of Jay, one world, one love, deuces.